God morning, you guys. It is July 20th. God calling my standard. God inside, I will heal you. Let's get right into it. Bro, my hair looks wonky today. What the heck? Why is it split in half like that? I don't care. It's all right. It's okay. God made me in his image. I'm beautiful. God calling my standard. Carry out my commands and leave the result to me. This is a long one, guys. Do this as obediently and faithfully as you would expect a child to follow out a given rule in the working of a sum, with no question but that. If the working out is done according to command, the result will be right. If you're able to follow God's, rules, follow what God's telling you to do, right, and just obey Him with the strength of a child, bro. My hair is disturbing me. I'm sorry, you guys gotta stare at that. But if you're able to follow and obey God with the absolutism and just like the faith of a child, right, not asking, hey, why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? Not questioning it, and just being able to just follow instructions, then like you will go so far, and the result will only be positive, right? Remember that the commands I've given you have been already worked out by me in the spirit world to produce in your case and in your circumstances the required result. So follow my rules faithfully. Guys, God is literally telling us that the commands He's giving us, the things He's instructing us to do in our lives, are already like planned out to be beneficial. They will be nothing but beneficial. Like, that's a fact. He's already planned that out. So why be scared of it, right? Why not go in with 100% faith? Realize the herein lies the perfection of divine guidance. To follow a rule laid down even by earth's wisest might lead to disaster. The knowledge of your individual life and character, capability, circumstances, and temptations must be, to some extent, lacking. But to follow my direct guidance means to carry out instructions given with the full knowledge of you and the required result. Let's do that again. The knowledge of your individual life and character, capability, circumstances, and temptations must be, to some extent, lacking. But to follow my direct guidance means to carry out instructions given with the full knowledge of you and the required result. God's saying that to go through this life, right, in every facet of it, you're always going to be confused and lost unless you truly have God in your heart, unless you're truly carrying out what He needs from you, right? Because once you do that, you will have full knowledge, right? You might not know in the moment of why things are happening, but if you know that it's for your benefit, and if you truly just have full faith in God, then you're not going to need to know, right? You're just going to be able to carry out without questioning. Each individual was meant to walk with me in the way, to act under divine control, strengthened by divine power. Have I not taught you to love simplicity? No matter what the world may think, earth's aims and intrigues are not for you. Oh, my children, learn of me. Simplicity brings rest, true rest and power, right? Guys, there's beauty in the simple things. There's God in the simple things. Like, literally, God has created the heaven, the moon, the stars, the earth, right? But when He created us, He said, simply, I create you in my image, right? He gives us his creativity, He gives us His love. All He says is, have faith in me, worship me, and then, like, all these gifts are yours, right? It's so basic, but we have to listen. We have to truly understand that, right? Earth's aims and intrigues are not for you. Oh, my children, learn of me. Simplicity brings rest, true rest, and power. Guys, don't get swayed by earth stuff. Earth is so confusing. This world is so confusing. There's so many things that can sway us off the path. But just as long as you know something's simple and something's basic, then you know that God is in it, right? If it's easy to understand. To the world, foolishness may be, to me, a foretaste of divinity. To the world, foolishness may be, but to me, a foretaste of divinity. So God's saying that having that mindset, right, to only delve into the simple things and only trust in the simple things, and to go after the basic things in life, right? And just understand that God has you. To most of the world, that'd be foolish, right? No, you want to be complex. You want to be all over the place. You want to have like never, what's the saying? Never count all your chickens in one basket or whatever. I don't even know what the saying is. But basically that kind of mindset where you need to be all over the place, right? To be successful. But God's saying no, right? For Him is divinity. For Him, it's true faith and trust in Him. And you'll have spiritual security. I will heal you, God inside. Do not recognize your illness. Each time you speak of it to others, you stabilize it. Ignore it as much as you can. Think more of me, the great healer. Dwelling with me, you become whole. Guys, this is so important that everyone needs to hear, especially in this day and age. God is literally telling us to our faces that if you give something power, if you dwell on something and you're just going to give it power, it's just going to fester and it's just going to blow up. And because when something is able to infect you, when something's able to like deeply get into your soul, right, and affect you, that's where the devil can strike. All it takes is a little crack for the devil to find his way in and just completely corrupt you. So God's saying to not dwell in these things, right? He will heal you. He'll stabilize you. Ignore it. Ignore any problems. Ignore any health issues, whether there's physical, mental, spiritual, that you have, and just only dwell with the Lord, and it will get better. It'll get better without you even realizing it. Even my most faithful followers often err in not claiming of me healing and perfection for every part of their being. But to claim physical healing alone is a sign of living too much on the physical plane. And my healing is of the spirit, like I just said. Claim healing of the spirit, mind, and body. Then shall you, regardless of age, know wholeness. Guys, once you're able to claim healing, once you're able to claim that you cannot be harmed in any way, shape, or form because you have the Lord, because you have God with you, and you're just able to dwell with the Lord in every single way possible, mind, body, and soul, you will never be lost, you'll never be sick, you'll never be scared, right? These are all illnesses, right? An illness could be, it doesn't have to be a physical illness like coughing, right? An illness can be a mental illness where you genuinely are just confused and don't know if God is the true God, right? That could be seen as an illness. It could be a spiritual illness where it's hard for you to treat others how you'd want to be treated, right? With the grace and love of God. So these are all very blanket and obvious things, and they're so basic. That's what we were just talking about. It's so simple, right? God is saying to simply ignore any of these issues that you have and just come to God with them, right? Come to God and say, God, please take these from me. I don't want to deal with them anymore. I only love you. I'm only going to dwell on you. I'm only going to focus on you. And then boom, it's gone. It's so simple. It's like a two-step process, but we like to make everything complicated. We like to dwell on it. And the more we dwell on it, the bigger it becomes. And we see that so much in this day and age. Everyone has so many issues for some reason. And all people want to do is just dwell on it because it makes them feel good when people feel bad for them, right? And they just love all the attention it gives them. But that only blows it up and makes it worse. So God is literally saying right here that whatever you're going through in life, He's got you. And He loves you, but you just have to give your issues to Him, and you'll be set. You'll be set for life. This is a long one, guys. I hope you guys learned something. I know I did. I got spoken to directly today, July 20th. I love you guys so much. And with that, I'll say amen.